It is now recording, so we are now on the boat, and I think it's named Heron. But yeah, the Heron.
Well, I want to welcome everybody on board. My name is Captain Harry. It's a pleasure to have you here on a beautiful day. All the days on the river are beautiful. Some are just more beautiful than others, but this is a very nice day. We're going to be going about 1.5 miles down on the shadier side of the river, and then we'll be coming back on the opposite side. We're going to spend the last part of the tour over the spring basin, and we will talk some about the cave system and the sources that actually make up this river in its entirety. All right?
I can't hear you.
All right, let me say, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right, very good. Well, you'll hear me shortly because I'm going to put on the mic, all right? But we're going to go about 1.5 miles down and then come back. We'll spend the last part of the tour with the spring basin, all right? Which happens to be the source of this river. I do have a couple of, actually 3 safety measures I want to announce to you. Number 1, bear in mind that we have steel poles on either side of the boat. So when we cast off and when we come to disembark, make sure that we remember about that. The steps that I'm on right now, please do not stand on them or sit on them. It's perfectly okay if you're over here or over here, but please don't stand on these steps.
I'm going to be by one of these.
And lastly, for any of the children, please don't have them sit standing on the seats. And that would be very much appreciated. Okay, let me see if we can get a approval to cast off, and we'll talk a little bit further about heading down the road. Very waterfront. We have a very nice guest on board. That is perfect. You can take it away. Thank you. 10-4.
Sir, have there been...
Oh, has anybody been on this tour before? Yes. I'm going to look to y'all to help me find the way back. Is that all right?
No way. We like long tours.
Okay, so we're about to start the tour. 1.5 miles down the river on the shady part. Good. On the shady part. That's what he said.
Actually, as I'm untying the boat, it occurred to me that there are enough people here to actually run the tour, so y'all have a good day.
Thank you too.
I did that one time, and it went a little far from the dock, so I had to make kind of a leaping jump. All right, I will be turning on the mic.
Look at him. We're going to start this dock. See, look right there? Look, that's an alligator. That is called the alligator.
Everybody hear me okay now?
Yes.
All right. Let's get the show on the river. Now watch your elbows, please, on the left-hand side as we cast off.
All right, here we
And for
go.
that matter, on the right, too.
Yay!
Okay, I mentioned we'll be going about 1.5 miles down the river. There's actually 3 miles of the Wakulla River within the park, followed by another 6 miles below the park. And then at that point it flows into the St. Mark's River for another 3 miles. So actually about a total of 12 miles by way of the river from here to the Gulf of Mexico, where it does enter,
Once it right
empties
there.
out into the Gulf of Mexico, unsurprisingly, at St. Mark's. The temperature of the river remains in the range of 68 to 69 degrees. And we ordinarily have a flow rate from the cave system of ranging from about 250 to 600 million gallons of water a day. Now these birds over here on the right-hand side that have a candy corn beak, and you can stand up if you like, no problem. They happen to be common moorhens.
Those are awesome.
They have a candy corn colored beak, very bright orange with a yellow tip. And we're coming up on another little bird over here about 1 o'clock or 1:30 to the side of the boat. Actually, there are a couple of them over there. Those happen to be coots. I can't tell whether they are young coots or old coots, but nevertheless, they are coots. Actually, American coots. Now, the common moorhen and the American coot, they are both what you call duck-like birds. They do not have webbed feet. I don't think they really care. But from a biological standpoint, they have longer toes and are certainly able to stand on floating grass and so forth and so on. They are strictly top feeders. They eat grass. Look to our immediate left. See a couple of stumps over there. There's a small and a very large turtle over there called a Swanee River cooter. Those are Swanee River cooters to my immediate left. And sometimes they have a real bad habit of trying to go up and dig a nest up in the recreational area.
Haley, sit right here by me.
Probably not the greatest place to be doing that, but nevertheless, they do. And I tried bringing back one to the river one time. It seemed to me like they're around 12 to 15 pounds.
Let me hold it. I won't drop it. I promise. I promise.
Probably got back to where it wanted to go.
I held your phone last time.
Now,
like
on the left-hand side, 90 degrees to the left side of the boat, there's a white bird over there. We're going to see more of them. But you should be able to see a very long, curved beak that's orange. That happens to be a white ibis. I want to talk a little bit further about the white ibis when we see a few more of them. Now, I don't know, obviously, where all of you are from, but some folks may not be familiar with these trees that have the extended trunks out here. They happen to be ball cypress, and the pointy things around them are called cypress knees. They never do develop into trees, but obviously provide a lot of stability for the trees around them. There happens to be a great blue heron to our immediate left, sort of right in there, kind of like almost looking like a cypress knee. I don't know whether you can see him or not, but that is a great blue heron. I'm hoping we'll be able to get a little closer to some as we head on down the river.
I don't know those.
Oh, I see. It looks like a
That
stalk
long neck
right there.
standing there,
Did you see it, Haley?
just basically in a stalking position with the very sharp eyes, looking
Haley, you can
down
sit
to see what
Can you not see
the
Haley?
bird
She
will
can't.
strike, either on the surface of the water or below it.
Here, Haley.
Oh, there's a turtle.
All right. Let's see what else we got coming up.
Alyssa, you don't need to be leaning over, babe.
Now, chances are, as far as alligators go, we're going to see more of them coming back up the river, but we may see some here as we go down the river. And in particular, if you see a couple of humps floating along,
What?
you know, with maybe a few inches in between, guess what?
No.
That will, in all likelihood, be an alligator.
Did they find one? Did they find one? I'll show you first.
Alyssa, I can't get the video back for your head.
Now, I can't promise you anything because yesterday we know that there were some manatees in the river, but with the river being dark because it's discolored by tannin that has leached into the spring system because of a lot of rain in this area, you're going to have to look pretty hard. We'll have to look very hard to see if there are any manatees here today. They are constantly moving along. Not sure what you're pointing at up there.
Is that a bald eagle?
What now?
Bald eagle?
Oh, bald eagle. Okay, I can't see it from my
On the left,
perspective,
you
but
just
if you
took
look up almost 90 degrees to the left side of the boat,
Oh, yeah,
way up,
Way up, seeing that tree over there?
way up
Bald
there.
eagle. See it?
That
Way up
happens to
there.
be-
Bald eagle. See it there? Up in the tree?
You can tell whether that might be an osprey up there. It's got a white white breast, so it could very well be an osprey.
Right, yeah.
But he had a huge wingspan.
We do have ospreys here, and we also have bald eagles. They do not like one another.
Here, turn the video off because there's no sense in trying.